Hey, what's up guys, it's Ryan Sans here, and today we're going to be unboxing an animatronic that is right here, or was right here, that's not it, that's not it, here we go, it's right here. Whoop. Dang it. It's the Widow animatronic from Spirit Halloween 2022. Now, the Widow here is unfortunately an online-only exclusive, so you can only get this online and not in the actual Spirit Halloween stores, which kind of sucks. You can still use an online coupon, though, but you will have to pay oversized shipping for it to ship to your house or wherever you're going to ship it. She only retails for $200, which is not that bad considering all the other prices this year. It's not the greatest, but I think it's definitely one of the more acceptable prices for Spirit this year. Also, her box is really tiny and really compact, which isn't a bad thing, but I think it definitely is going to save some room for storage in your house, but also it's a really compact box. Here's a good look at her box right here. The Widow right there, and then look, here's the side right there, and then the other side. She stands 5.8 feet, which is pretty decent. And also, unfortunately about the Widow, this is the company that we all love, Crazy Create. We have to deal with screws, and we have to deal with probably zip ties, so we're probably going to see something on her like that. So that's why I got my handy dandy screwdriver here, and I highly recommend that you have it with her as well, just in case, because I'm assuming we're probably going to have to screw something in. So yeah, let's begin opening her up. Alright, so here we have all of our parts kind of in the same little box right here, really compact together and in this just singular box with boxes inside of that box. Last thing in here we have is her clothes. Her instructions, which you're 100% going to need these. This is not going to be an easy setup. Alright, so the first part we have here is the booba piece. The booba piece. And here we have, oh my gosh, her head looks insane. Look at her head. Oh my goodness gracious. And there are the marks on her neck there. That looks really, really cool. And she has one of the best looking designs from this year, my personal opinion, and she looks terrifying. This is really an awesome looking head right here. This is also latex just on top of plastic. This is also just a latex head on top of plastic, just like a lot of the other Crazy Create props. And here we have her shoulder piece with where the head's probably going to go and the arms are going to go right here. And then here we have her actual hands and arms, and her hands look really, really cool. Look at that detail. And then she has these black long nails. Looks really, really cool, really, really detailed. Here we have this box that says the Widow on it. It's probably going to have her control box. Here we have her necklace, actually. She has a really cool looking necklace, as you can see right there, that you just put on her. Of course, with every Crazy Create prop, you get a bunch of zip ties and screws, so we're going to have to be dealing with zip ties and screws, so that's going to be so fun. And then here's her control box, the most typical Crazy Create control box, pretty standard. And here's the volume control right there. We have this piece, which I'm actually really not sure where this goes. This might be a hip piece. I'm not too sure of it yet. Here's another piece that kind of looks the same. Also might be another hip loop piece or somewhere to give her, you know, much more of a body. Here we have, which I'm assuming are the leg poles. And the last thing we have in here is her base, which actually, this is a lot different compared to other Crazy Create bases. It's usually actually a wooden base, but it seems this time they're actually using a metal base, and it looks like she has this leg support here, so that's actually really, really nice to see. You see this on a lot of SVI props, so it's very nice to see that Crazy Create is doing this as well. Alright, now guys, we've come to the most dreadful part, the setup, and now I already know this is not going to be a great setup at all, as this is the Crazy Create animatronic, so they're going to want you to use screws and zip ties. Make sure you use the instructions on this one. Do not throw the instructions away or do anything with them. Use them, because you are going to need it. And make sure you have a screwdriver to screw those screws in when you need to. Alright guys, let's begin the setup. As you can see, we have all the parts laid out here, so let's get right into it. Alright, so the first thing you want to do is plant the base, slap down on the ground just like this, and make sure that it is in this position with this forked pin in the front, just like that, and simply just place it on the ground. And now we're going to take the pole labeled A here, and as you can see these forked holes right there, you want to make sure it's all this pole, and then you simply want to snap lock it in, just like so. And then next you want to get these little support poles and raise them up, and then put them through the holes on the pole just like that, and then do the same thing with this support pole, and put it in just like that so it's good and strong and sturdy. And now you want to take your last pole and do the same thing and snap lock it in right up here. Just like that. You're gonna screw it in right there. You're gonna get a black screw and simply just screw it with the screwdriver right there. And then there you go, that's how you screw it in. As you can see, the black screw is screwed into the pole and to the shoulder. And then next you want to find the clothes and find this inside linear piece that basically is kind of a form for the clothes. It's not actually a part of the clothes, her clothes are separate, but this is like an inside linear thing to give her more form. Alright, and then it should kind of look something like this. It doesn't have to be perfect. You kind of Velcro it around the hip loop. It's like up here. You specifically kind of loop it around and Velcro it. But it is kind of looking a bit wonky right now, but it shouldn't be that much of a problem as the clothes will cover it up pretty well. And then you just want to drip it over the entire thing, just like that. And then now we have the clothes on her entire structure here. Now what we're going to do here is take her breastplate and simply just Velcro it all the way up here. Just like so. Now we're going to take her left arm here and thread it up through the clothes right here. And then now you want to get your little bag of goodies here again, and then take one zip tie. And then as you can see, it goes through a little hole right here, and then you loop it around, and then you zip tie it together just like that so the arm stays secure. And then you want to do the same exact thing on the other side with her right arm. Take another zip tie, and then you zip tie it on her right side now. And then you want to take her scary looking head here and place it on top of the top pole right here, and she's already going to be kind of in her neck snap motion, just like that. And then from your bag again, you want to get this black screw right here. And then screw that in with the screwdriver right there behind her neck where that little hole is. You just simply take the black screw and screw it in right there. And then next you want to take your control box and then kind of hang it on here in the back here where you can see there's a screw right there. And then you want to connect all of the corresponding wires, like the IR sensor wire, and plug it in right there into the module. And then you want to connect all the other wires, like her neck mechanism, right there. And then you simply just plug it in to the corresponding wire. And then you're going to want to finally pull the clothes up all over all of this. Make sure before you Velcro everything up, you plug in the DC adapter, and then you Velcro her up. And finally, after that, you want to take her necklace here out of this bag, and we're going to simply wrap it around her head. And then after that, she is finally complete and she looks awesome. Now her clothes are still a bit wrinkled coming out of the box, which definitely going to need some fixing right there. But overall, she looks really cool. The clothes aren't anything too crazy, but they do have some detail on it, as you can see right here. This little detail of the wrist area over here. And then as you can see, here's a close-up of her necklace right there. It looks really, really cool. And then of course, her face. It looks awesome. She looks so freaking scary. And as you can see, currently she's kind of already in her neck snapping position. But yeah, look at that face, guys. She is terrifying. Look at that detail. You see some bruises and that eyebrow and the black eyes. And then her just expression as she's screaming. And then as you can see her neck here, you can see some bruises, some blood, and then some more blood right there. It looks really, really cool. I really, really love the look of this prop. Even her hands as well has some nice detail on it. As you can see, those black nails, and then her overall wrist and hands just look really, really cool. You can also pose her arms a bit too, so I've kind of posed her arms there. You also want to be careful because they are very thin wire. Crazy Create likes to use kind of thin poles for their hands and arms, so be aware of that and try not to do too much pressure on that when you're positioning them. Yeah, guys, she is ready to be plugged in, and we are going to do a demo of the Widow. Alright guys, that was the Widow animatronic, and now I have to say, I'm going to be completely honest, she is definitely the freakiest of this entire season. She is so cool, the movement is actually way more noticeable in person. You can definitely see her wound a lot more, and it actually is a lot more drastic in person than seeing it on video, so I really do love that it's a lot better. Also, the speed of her animation is really, really quick. It really can catch you off guard, and it's really kind of a jump scare. As you can see, it really snaps quickly, and it is awesome to see in person, and I love how fast it is. Now, her overall appearance is really cool, but her clothes are nothing really to write home about. They are kind of basic and standard. She does have this really cool necklace right here, which I do like, but other than that, she doesn't have too much detail in the clothes per se. She kind of has more detail in the face here, and it looks really, really freaky. Just look at that head right there. It's really, really scary looking, and you can see the neck wound right there as well. Looks really, really creepy, and it's also way more noticeable in person as she snaps her neck. And then also her hands are pretty well detailed as well. Now, she is kind of weird in a build structure sense. It just looks really funky and kind of like, I don't know, I guess janky, you could say. It does look kind of weird, but I think it's overall going to hold up. It is a Crazy Crate animatronic, so it is held together by zip ties and screws. Screws are a lot more, you know, reliable sometimes, but zip ties, they're not the greatest. So Crazy Crate kind of is still on that trend, unfortunately, but it should be overall fine. Like I said, you can pose the arms, but be very careful because this is kind of thin metal, so you don't want to put too much pressure on it and then it might snap off. But she should be overall okay in terms of quality and lasting for a while. Her price point is also $200, which I think is a lot more fair compared to other props this year like Nozzles the Clown and Possessed Pumpkin, which are all $300 and above, especially Nozzles, which is $350. But I think she is completely worth it. She is online only though, so you have to pay a bit more for oversized shipping. But I think she definitely is worth it. She's unique. She's creepy. I think she's definitely one of the best of this year, and I highly recommend you pick her up. I think she's going to be a great seller this year. Yeah, guys, let me know what you think in the comments down below of the Widow. I mean, the Window. It's literally called The Window. It's not The Widow. It's The Window, okay? Yeah, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe for the Widow animatronic. Let me know if you're going to be picking her up in the comment section down below. I think she's one of the best animatronics for this year. I highly recommend her, and I want to know what you guys think of her as well. Thank you guys for watching. See you in the next Spirit Halloween / Ryan Songs video. Take care.